Hey, this is Solomon Banks, and you're watching Good Company with Scott Bowling.
Hey guys, this is Scott Bowling. This is Jacob. Solomon Banks, right?
Yes, sir. Solomon Banks. Nice to meet y'all.
Yes, man. You were the first, what kind of style you have? Like it's rap, hip hop?
A hip-hop, pop,
Yeah, man.
sort of a genre fusion. We're doing something new. We're trying to bring people together and...
Who's we? Do you got like a team? Like who's your people?
Yeah. I've got a management team, New Blood Productions.
Whoa.
It consists of me, a buddy of mine, Rico, fellow artist. Hey, Rico.
Yes.
And Brittany.
Brittany. What's Brittany do?
Brittany's my manager.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, she's the one who gets in contact with executives, radio hosts, video game producers. She tries to get me in everywhere that she can and just push me into places where I wouldn't normally think to be myself.
That's perfect. How do you find her? Like, what is this like? You just friends with her? You're like, hey, you want to manage me?
Well, it's funny.
I need one of those friends.
It's funny, like a lot of things in life, it just kind of happens.
Yeah.
You're not necessarily looking for it, though you are looking for something.
Mm-hmm.
Things just kind of fall into place. And she was one of those people that just kind of naturally fell into place for me. She was a family friend of Rico's.
Okay.
A long time, associate, fellow artist that I've been working with, where we're trying to do something more in like a pop lane, a pop bag. And she was a family friend of Rico's, and she had hit me up and told me that she wanted to do a management deal. Something where she could get a percentage of profits off of everything that she co-engineered.
Right.
So it kind of mutually incentivized us to go out on our own and find things that were kind of outside of the box for, not only an artist of my caliber, like what I do, but just artists in general.
Cool. Is this Rico in the video, by the way?
This is a friend of mine, another collaborator of mine, Cass on the mic. He's actually kind of like my mentor.
Okay.
He was the guy who put me into the game, and he always told me, I've got a lot of faith in you and what you can do as an artist. Back 5-6 years ago when I started this whole journey, there were a lot of people who didn't believe in me and didn't believe in what I could do, but he believed in me, and he's a talented artist himself. And he told me, don't let anybody stop you from being yourself, and don't let anybody stop you from doing what you were sent here to do. Mm-hmm. He's a very spiritual guy.
Yeah.
He's very in tune with his higher power, and he always told me that we were sent here to change things, to change the way that things are right now. And, 2017 all the way to 2022, there's a lot of people who are unhappy with the way that they've been living, and a lot of people who are unhappy with the way that things are going at large right now.
Yeah, man.
And he was the one who ignited that initial spark in me that was like, we can really do something to change people's perspective and to change people's circumstances.
Dude, I want to hang out with him. And you hang out with some good, legit people, dude.
Thanks, man.
No, that's great, man. And how long have you been, doing your style? Like, when did you find that you could do what you do? I mean, did you grow up listening to music? I mean, what were your influences growing up?
Yeah.
Were you mimicking what you're listening to? Were you listening to something like, I can do that?
I'm glad you asked.
Right.
So when I was younger, I'd always told, my family, my mom, from 8 years old. I remember we were leaving a buddy of mine's house one day and I was 8, and I'm like, I want to be a superstar. I want to be a musician. And she was like, that's stupid. She was like, that's stupid. Keep going to school.
Typical, yeah.
Of course. And she just wanted what was best for me. I was good at math when I was younger, and I was good at school.
Yeah.
I was good at regurgitating information that was sent to me. So I understand where she was coming from, but You know, I feel like to really make a change in people's lives, you can't just hit them with the cold hard facts. Sometimes you've got to hit them with what resonates with them. You know, and
Wow, that's pretty wise, man. Yeah, you gotta fill it out. You can't tell people your ultimate dreams because it could be shot down.
yeah, of course, you know, you want to kind of drip feed.
Yeah.
You want to drip feed people what they're ready to take in.
Yeah,
you
good
know?
point.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. So what were you listening to? Like, what's your influences? What do you like?
I'm definitely a huge fan of, you know, like Nirvana,
Okay.
Radiohead,
Yeah.
Beastie Boys,
Love Beast Boys.
Sublime.
We listen to the same stuff.
No shit.
Yeah, man.
Very cool, man.
But your style doesn't reflect that. So did you kind of drift and like you went to a different direction than, you know, Nirvana, obviously.
I did.
Yeah.
You know, when I started making music, I specifically told myself I want to do something that's never been done before sonically. You know, there's so many people, you know, especially nowadays, but throughout all of time, you know, they're like, I want to sound like the Beatles. I want to sound like Radiohead.
Yeah.
Or even today, like, I want to sound like Lil Baby. I want to sound like Juice WRLD. And I always told myself I wanted to sound like myself. I wanted to be an authentic representation of who I am and the things that I'm going through and let people relate to that. You know, another big influence of mine is actually Quentin Tarantino.
Oh, cool.
Even though he makes movies, he had always said, I make movies for people who are as crazy as I am, you know, and I hope that maybe they'll find something that they can relate to from the movies. And that's how I feel about my music.
Wow, that's good.
Yeah.
That's a good point, man.
Yeah.
So then you got a lot of stuff out. My son knows your. Our families know each other. I know your mom, dude.
Yeah.
And your stepdad Roger, but great people. And my son is friends with your kids. That's why you're on the show, which is so cool. Like,
And thank
this
you for
whole
having
networking.
me.
Thank you for being here, man. You show up and you're like Purple Rain. I'm like, man, this is tight, dude. We're gonna be friends.
Thank you.
The first song I ever heard from you is this one right here. We Don't Care. Look at this, Solomon Banks. How'd you get your name, man?
Solomon Banks, it's actually a long-running story. You know, when I was younger, I was sent in and out. I was bullied a lot when I was in elementary school from like 12th to 4th grade. So my parents ended up sending me to an alternative school, an alternative, you know, religious school, where I could kind of find out about religion and God and a higher power and understanding, you know, just because things are tough right now doesn't mean that they're always going to be tough. And one of the big stories in the Bible is the story of Solomon. Solomon. It's the son of David, one of the biggest kings of Israel. God came to him in a dream one night, and he said to him, you know, you are highly favored among everybody that I've ever known. You know, tell me what you want. You know, do you want unlimited power? Do you want unlimited, you know, sex appeal?
Yes.
Do you want unlimited money? And he told God, let me get back to you. Let me get back to you.
That's
so
wise.
He slept a few more nights, sleeping, dreaming. And he came back to God and he said, I want unlimited wisdom. You know, the ability to be able to bring my people together and to unify this separated nation into something that can be bigger than the sum of its parts.
Yeah.
And I feel like right now, not only in America, but all over the world, there's a lot of people who have been separated. You know, they've been separated by how they've grown up. You know, they've been separated by the media, they've been separated by their religions, they've been separated by their race, ethnicities, gender, whatever, social status, what have you. But the fact of the matter is that we are a lot more powerful together than we are apart.
Yeah.
And that's the big thing that I want to tell people is there's so much more that we're destined for.
Yes.
If we could just bring ourselves together instead of just constantly separating ourselves and,
Yes.
you know, making something out of nothing.
Yeah, man. And I love like, I know this doesn't mean exactly what you're saying, but I love like when you collaborate with people. It's like, I think that's really cool. I listen to a lot of rock artists, so it'd be cool if they had more collaborations. Like you said, though, we could all do this together and build this thing.
Definitely.
It's cool, man.
Definitely. There are some rock artists who are kind of going out of the box right now and collaborating.
Yeah.
But even the
really cool.
It is cool.
Yeah.
I just wish I could see more collaborations from rock artists in the same genre.
Uh-huh.
Because normally if rock artists are doing collaborations, it might be, let me get a verse from a rapper.
Yeah.
Or let me get like a drop from a techno producer.
Exactly.
But it would be super cool to see people coming together in the same genre and just like, let me bring my bass playing together with your guitar and this guy's vocalist, and we can just make something even crazier than all the pieces.
Yeah, and that's so much easier doing it independent, right? When you're not under a contract. I mean, are you making music like, are you doing it by yourself on a laptop? And like, I always just think of SoundCloud. Is that what you use, or what kind of platform do you use?
I'm a big fan of, Spotify, Apple Music, the normal platforms. Mm-hmm. You just have to make sure that if you're uploading to platforms like that,
yeah,
that you've got all the pieces necessary.
Right.
For rappers in particular, you've got producers, the instrumentalists, the guys who come together and they're like, I'm gonna make you the beat for you to, spit your message, spit your bars, tell it how you wanna tell it.
Right.
But if you don't have the rights to that beat, then you've gotta put it on SoundCloud. If there's a sample in that beat, you got to put it on SoundCloud.
Oh, so SoundCloud's kind of the safety net for that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah. Do you make your own beats, or do you hire people, or, how do you do that, man? Make your own background thing.
Yeah, I've got a specific team that I work with. I've got my buddy JT, Grind Gourmet Music. He is he's like a linchpin.
Yeah.
He's like that corner piece in the music that I create, where it's like I couldn't create the music that I create without him. Mm-hmm. And we link up often. He lives more on the south side of Atlanta, and I'm on the north side.
Yeah, so he just sends you like ideas and stuff?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Exactly. Or sometimes he'll even send me blank canvases. He'll kind of give me a, like an approach of like, here is a blank canvas, do whatever you want on it, and I'm gonna hit you back, and we're gonna go back and forth. We're gonna kind of hammer out the ideas. I'm gonna tell you what I like, what I don't like, and we're gonna create something that's personal, but it's also for the people.
Do you like that better, having a blank canvas? Or do you like having something to you hear a beat and you kind of mimic something? Or do you just like that blank canvas?
I'm definitely a fan of the blank canvas. Sometimes I'll listen to a beat, and I feel like every musician's been through this moment where you listen to an instrumental, you listen to a beat, you listen to a guitar riff, you listen to a drum line, and you're like, I instantly know what I want to say. And it just comes together over like 15, 20, 30 minutes, maybe an hour or whatever. Sometimes those will be an artist's best song, but I'm a big fan of like iterating.
Yeah.
Iterating on concepts. Cool. You're gonna have a song, let's say we've got a song, I've got the song Anything Is Possible.
Yeah.
It's not out yet, but it's something that I've been storyboarding and workshopping. And originally all I had written was 4 bars about, how are you supposed to grow if you've got no soil? Water in my head feels like it's gonna boil. Smoking on the daily, I've been burning oil just to help me fight through all the turmoil. And I knew that those 4 bars were hard.
Yeah.
But I didn't know where I wanted to take the rest of the concept. And that's where it's really fun to have an iterative process where you collaborate with other musicians and someone's like, yo, what if you said this? Or yo, what if like a crazy solo came in right here? What if a drop came in right here? And you keep growing on that initial concept until you've got something that's so far beyond what you could have even, imagined from the beginning. Just like with Solomon, building up, it's bigger than the sum of its parts.
Yeah, man, that's so cool, dude. So let's talk about this song, though. We Don't Care. This is the first one I've heard. We Don't Care. Man, my son was listening to this, and he started singing, and I was like, whoa. But, man, this is so good, dude. Yeah, dude. I mean, this is a sick chorus, man. I like it.
Thank you.
We Don't Care, man. This is like a a song I want to listen to on a Friday or something, or when I'm mad, or just want to, I don't know, release. That's cool, man. Release what? What am I talking about?
Release that energy.
Release that energy. Yeah, man.
Yeah.
I like it though. Tell me about this. You just releasing singles now.
Yes.
I mean, this is kind of cool. That's what everybody's doing, right?
Yeah.
So, yeah.
So a big thing right now in music is, you know, there's streaming and there's all these numbers and there's all these milestones you need to hit for a song to be labeled a success.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? But I feel like what a lot of people are missing right now is you can release something and you can still push it after the fact. You know, we don't care. This is a song that I released maybe a month and a half, maybe 2 months ago. And when we released it, we originally did this big push. You know, we're posting videos on TikTok, we're doing content, we're doing a video that we're posting on Instagram, we're posting on YouTube, we're getting it to that main core fan base.
Yeah.
But the funny thing is you can promote something long after you feel like it's past its prime, and it can still put up numbers that you wouldn't even have expected the first time. You know, an example that I always like to give is, if you ever heard that song, Thrift Shop by Macklemore.
Yes. Oh, yeah, that was good. I remember
I'm
that.
gonna
Yeah.
pop some tags.
Yeah. I remember that video too. That was a good video.
Such a good video.
Yeah.
But the video wasn't released until 10 months after the single and the album were already released. And it wasn't until the video came out that the song really blew up. And then from the song blowing up, the tape blew up. And then from the tape blowing up, they were able to win, you know, multiple awards. They won freaking Grammys instead of Good Kid, Mad City. And
I didn't know it took 10 months. That's crazy.
Isn't that insane?
Yeah.
Yeah.
But did he release that as a single, or was that on an album, or I don't know, who knows?
It was on an album. The name of the album escapes me right now, but the whole album got crazy exposure from that one single. Once that video came out, that was all the momentum that the album needed to push it into a different
But you just
stratosphere.
need that one thing, you know?
Yep. And then he went from an indie artist to kind of a pop mainstream type of bag for a couple of years. Even though he wasn't making pop mainstream type music, once something that gets popular enough and it resonates with enough people, it just becomes mainstream by default.
Yeah.
You know, listen to The Weeknd. The Weeknd has a lot of music. He even says it in one of his songs. He won a Kid's Choice Award for a song that he wrote about cocaine. You know, and it just goes to show that, like, if you're able to sell the artistry the right way, and you're able to resonate with enough people, it doesn't matter what the song's about. It's going to do numbers and it's going to bring you to that higher
it's like
plateau.
exact opposite of selling out. Like you said, it mainstream by default. That's amazing.
Yeah.
That's true artistry. Who's this guy, though, you were talking about, Rico? How did you meet this guy?
You know, funny enough, we actually met at a mutual job we were doing. I was working at this place, 1-800-GOT-JUNK. And, you know, we go into businesses, we go into personal homes. You know, it was like a day job that you do just until things kind of take up off the ground.
Right.
And when I met him, I never expected him to be the type of guy to be a creative, to be an artist, to be as out there as he is. But we ended up getting close. You know, we rode around in the trucks together. You got two people that you'd ride around in a junk truck to go pick her up, you know, go pick up fucking...
So you had a lot of time to pick up crap.
Yeah. Pick up
So
crap.
like washing machines or something.
Pick up crap. Can
Yeah, I'm
we
sorry.
curse on here?
Yeah, dude.
Is that legal? Is that
I
allowed?
mean, Nathan probably won't like it, but I'm just kidding.
Is that editing? Is that editing?
I'm Fozzie guy, I don't care. Yeah, you can cuss, man.
Cool. We were basically driving around picking up shit. And he was real reserved,
I used
real
to have my
quiet.
kids around, man. I gotta but they're not here, so you can. What
I know, I'm looking around, you know what I mean? I don't know if this is like a PG type.
Yeah. It wasn't fun. But you spent a lot of time with them. So did you guys just start like talking about music and stuff? Like, you know, you got
Yeah,
along
we
with them?
actually, we were riding in the truck one day, and I remember we were talking about Paramore.
Oh yeah, Paramore, yeah.
And he was like, I love Paramore. And we started talking about this one song. I think it was like Crush, Crush, Crush.
Man, yeah.
It was one of those more popular like Paramore songs. And we started singing it in the truck together. And then, you know, he kind of opens up after that. He's like, hey man, I'm really trying to do something with this artistry. You know, I'm a big hustler. I'm from Mississippi. I came here to make a music career for myself and, you know, support my family and all this type of stuff.
Yeah, man.
And I could just see the work ethic in him. You know, he was one of those guys, and he is one of those guys where he might not make the greatest song off the bat, but he's one of those guys where he's gonna keep striking away and he's gonna keep chipping the corners and molding that statue until he's got Michelangelo in front of his eyes. You know what I'm saying?
Driven.
Yeah, he's very driven. Yeah. Very driven. Perfect way to describe it.
You surround I keep saying this, but you surround yourself with like the right people. You know, I mean, you're like a magnet to the, you know, I don't know, you have like this vision. That's cool.
Thanks.
A lot of people don't have that. A lot of people get mixed up with the wrong crowd. You know, you surround yourself with yes people. But
yeah. Well, I was for a long time. You know, when I was in high school, when I was in college, I was surrounded by these people who kind of just, you know, they wanted to just do their own thing. You know, we were all friends, but nobody really wanted to build towards something bigger. And I had always wanted to build towards something bigger. And I was always kind of like that thing towards other people. Like, I want to enhance your vision. You know, they were the shark and I was the little freaking, the thing on the bottom of the shark that like feeds on the fins or whatever. I had always been latching to other people's visions and trying to enhance what they were doing instead of enhancing myself. And
when did you get that break where you realized you want to do it for yourself?
It was really like when I dropped, I'd say when I dropped out of college, I remember I just had this vivid vision. I wanted to tell people about my story, but I also wanted to teach people about balance and the concept that, you know, if you're going through a hard time, it's not always going to be a hard time. You're going to grow and you're going to learn from that experience and it's going to make you a bigger person in the end. And on the same end of the spectrum, you can't just, if you're up, if you're winning, you can't be a douchebag. You know, you can, but it's always going to come back around to bite you in the end. Yeah. Because there's always ups and downs in life. There's peaks and valleys.
Yeah, I hear that a lot. That's interesting.
Yeah.
People are a douchebag. When you're going back down, they're going to be a douchebag to you.
Yeah.
Dude, we got to talk about this, man. This is your video. We're watching it earlier by the pool, right?
Yeah. Someone you should know.
Someone you should know, yes, man. How'd you get the video idea? Like, let's just chill by a pool. And who filmed the video, first of all? That was a good, it was a good video, dude.
My boy, Corey Blaze.
Yes.
Shouts out to Corey Blaze, good friend of mine. He has actually been doing a lot of our videos as far as me and Cass. So this song was a collaborative effort. Something that I did with a buddy of mine, Cass on the mic.
Do you like doing that, collabing?
I love collabing. Yeah. I love collabing.
Just get in a room and go back and forth?
Exactly. Yeah. And even though I said I've kind of gotten past that point of like, you know, being the fish on the shark, I love to enhance other people's visions. I love to see what they're seeing and take it to the next level. Let's see what you're doing and let's see how we can make it even better. And
that's cool.
Cass is an incredibly talented dude. Yeah. He's, you know, bilingual, dual citizenship. Here in Colombia, he speaks English and Spanish. And he kind of has that same bag in his music, does some English music and some Spanish music. So, yeah.
Yeah, it's tight, man. It's a great song. People can find it on YouTube. We were just watching it on YouTube. Somebody
Spotify,
should know, man. Oh, Spotify, everything. Give it a like. All that, man. This is a great video, though, dude. Love it. Look at this. Your artwork's sick, too, man. I don't know who does this for you. I'm sure you got somebody. 440. What's up with this song, man? You don't have a video for this one, right? This was just single.
Unfortunately, no video.
No video. Maybe soon, man. Maybe you're gonna get Nathan to do a video, dude.
We could. You know, if he's down for it. The man's a G. For sure.
You got anything on this song?
Yeah.
Yeah.
This song, actually, we wanted to do a video for. We had this whole concept about we wanted to do a house party and make it authentic, true to concept.
Yeah.
We didn't want it to just be us in a studio, kind of like faking a house party. We wanted to do a real house party and kind of almost give it these Euphoria type aesthetics, you know, where it's like new age and it's got this cool, like, you know, filters to it, but it's still just relatable no matter what age or, you know, who you are. The video hasn't manifested yet.
Dude, I have an idea, man. We need to have a video. My wife and kids got to be at Disney. And then we have a video down here of this, right?
Yes!
See? Do a little beer pong. Man, steal some Post Malone's idea, you know, the beer pong. We don't have to steal his idea, but
It's not stealing, it's, you know.
yeah, man.
We take it and we twist it and we make it our own thing.
I think you should have a video down here. That's all I'm saying. We could do this song, maybe. But I'm putting it out in the atmosphere.
That would be dope.
Yeah, man.
If the offer's open, man, I'm definitely down.
Yeah, I just gotta like clear the schedule and make it good. We can have all these guys film it. Be tight, man. We should do it. And then when we do it, we'll talk about it and make another interview about it, man.
Let's do it.
Skywalking. Dude, this song's awesome.
Skywalking.
Yes, dude. Great chorus, man.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank
It's
you.
super catchy. Artwork, dope.
Thanks. I actually made that artwork myself.
Did you?
I did.
I may have to collaborate with you, man.
Let me know if you need some
Dude, that'd be
artwork.
cool.
If you need
Yes.
anything, listen, I got you.
For real?
I'm serious.
Man, you're good people. I gotta surround myself with Solomon Banks, son. Get the artwork going, man. But great song, dude. Does this song come together easy? The best songs come together fast, right?
Yeah, let's talk about it. Let's talk about
You're
it.
taking off the shades, dude.
Let's talk about it. I'm getting
is
serious
serious.
right now. This is serious.
Uh-oh.
Here's what happened with Skywalking. I went into the studio and I had a whole different song that I wanted to record. We booked a 4-hour session. We got that song done in about an hour and a half.
Okay.
So we've got 2.5 hours left, right? My buddy says, I've got this beat that me and my brother have been working on. JT.
Oh, yeah, you brought him up, JT. Yeah.
Yeah, the big producer that I've been working with a bunch.
Yeah.
Me and my brother have been working on this production, on this beat, and we really want you to hop on it. But we don't know exactly what you're gonna do to it yet. So I was like, bet, play it. He loaded it up in the headphones. I'm in the booth. And instantly, as soon as he played it, you know, I was like, pop, pop, living my life. And we kind of just went from there. We created the whole song, both verses, the chorus, all the ad-libs, the mixing, the mastering, everything got done in that last 2.5 hours.
Yeah, thank God you had that last 2 hours.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Exactly.
But everybody knew it was special in the room. Like when you're doing it, you're like, this is something.
He told me for years, because we actually did this song in December of 2019.
Yes.
And my producer was telling me, this is the one. This is the one that's really gonna break you through into another level.
Yeah, man.
A different stratosphere. And I had always felt the same way. We just didn't know exactly how to release it. You know, I'd been doing so many collaborative releases, relying so much on other people to help push my product, that I didn't know how we were gonna push this one with it being just a solo venture. And you know, now I've done a lot of growing, a lot of life experience, and I feel like this is finally the time where we can put that song out and really get it to the people who want to hear it and who need to hear it.
Yeah, man. It's all about having a team pushing it, right? You got to wonder like how like all these other guys do it. How they have like Mac Miller has that one song, the one video, just surround himself with smart people, I guess, and then pushing it. I hope this goes like that hard, man. That'd be awesome.
It will. It's in the process right now.
That's amazing. Do you want to go tour? Are you touring or anything? Like playing live?
We're working on a tour right now.
Yeah.
We're working on a Eastern Seacoast tour. Right now, what we're trying to do in the immediate present is I've got a tape that's going to be coming out, codename Kid Finesse.
Okay.
And we're working on releasing the tape. 5 or 6 singles from the tape that are each going to get their individual push, individual time in the spotlight.
Yeah.
And once we've built up enough of a name recognition off of those songs, that's when we're going to go up and down, all the way up to New York, maybe to Maine, then bring it back down, stop in Virginia, stop in North Carolina, obviously Georgia and Atlanta, stop in Florida.
What you gonna do? Like do like RV or you got some like how you gonna travel, man? What's going on?
I don't know if we've gotten that far yet, to be honest, but I'm down for whatever.
Yeah.
You know, I
That's
remember New Year's 2 years ago, me and my buddies actually drove up to New York
Okay.
to see the ball drop. And
Oh, that's cool.
it was just a spur of the moment, impromptu situation where we ended up sleeping in the car for like 2 days. you know, camping it out, roughing it. But it was some of the best experiences I've ever had. And I feel like doing a tour, even if it was on that same caliber of just like staying in the car and then going to the shows and like giving people what they want.
Yeah.
I think it could elevate that whole experience even more.
Dude, yeah, that's tight, man.
Yeah.
I want to see you on tour, man. You should like get all your friends to go and fill the clubs up, man. That's what Korn did. They got a van, or I was talking to somebody earlier about this. They got a bus with a keg, and they invited all their friends to go to these different clubs.
What?
Yeah, so they would fill up these clubs and with all their friends, and you know, it caught on, dude.
That's sick.
At the playground, right here we go. How old? This is older, right?
Older, even older than Skywalker.
Do you listen to your old stuff? Do you critique it? You're
Of
like,
course.
I should have done this, man.
Oh, of course.
Yeah.
Of course. Not necessarily I should have done this, but it's fun listening to your old music.
Yeah.
And then listening to your new stuff and just seeing how far you've progressed.
Dude, absolutely.
You know?
Yeah, I think about the show of that, man.
Yeah.
I'm just like you, though. I can't go back and I get frustrated.
Oh, you see things?
Yeah, because I can't
should've
watch.
done this.
But are you that way? You can't just listen to the music. You just listen to yourself. It's like a microscope. Like, oh, I don't like what I did. Anyway.
I'm the same way.
Yeah, man.
The exact same way.
That's cool.
You know, sometimes
I mean, is it cool? But I don't know. Maybe it's human nature, I guess.
Yeah. It's that artist in us, you know?
Yeah, but then after a few drinks, you're like, hey, it ain't that bad. I'm all right.
Yo,
Whatever.
this is pretty fire, actually.
This is pretty fire,
I
dude.
killed this interview.
This is the first thing you sent me, man. Can you talk about this? What is this, dude? This is some crazy. You got to put on the purple shades, man.
Purple shades.
This is some
Shout out to
trippy.
Prince.
Yeah, Prince.
Yeah.
This is some trippy artwork, man. What's going on with the baby, dude? Did you come up with this?
Yes. Yes, I did.
I feel like there's a massive, or maybe no massive story.
There is.
Yeah.
There is. Kid Finesse is the whole story about growing up. You know, being an adult and having to be an adult, but also holding on to that inner child. You know, that finesser.
Yeah.
Because when you're young, it's like everything is fun. Everything's a game. Everything is like, I want to see what I can get out of this.
Yeah, dude.
And then as you get older,
No
you get-
responsibilities when you're young. It's like, yeah.
Exactly. And when you get older, it's all responsibility.
Yeah.
You know, it's like, I've got a family. I've got a career. I've got, you know, whether it be a rent or a mortgage or whatever, it's all responsibilities. And Codename Kid Finesse is about never losing that spark inside you. You know, that inner child that likes to have fun. Even though you do still have all these responsibilities, there's different ways that you can go about it.
Dude, man, that's cool, man. I love that.
Thank you.
Dude, that's great. That's awesome, dude. What's going on, man? What else? We Don't Care. Do you got a new song working on? Or is this We Don't Care is the last one you did?
Yeah.
Yeah.
We Don't Care. We Don't Care and Skywalker are the two newest releases. And I've got a whole slew of releases that are coming
Yeah.
after that. The next single we're going to be releasing is a song called Fly 2. You know, the whole concept basically being, I don't care how cool you think you are, I'm flyer.
I love it. Yeah.
If you're fly, I'm fly too.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? If you're cool, I am cooler.
You're working on this right now?
It's done.
It's done.
It's
When's it going to be out?
Good question.
Yeah, man, we're working on it now.
As soon as possible. We're actually working on a video for Skywalking as we speak.
Cool. Yes.
Me and Brittany. Brittany's kind of spearheading a lot of the costs and the videographer and the conceptual stuff like that to get this video done. So once the video's released, which will be sometime within the next 2 weeks, sometime by, I'd say, July 15th, we want to keep consistent 2 weeks releases. So July 15th,
That's good.
video. 2 weeks after that, July 29th, Fly 2. 2 weeks after that, August 12th, let's say. Fly 2 video. 2 weeks after that, the end of August. Maybe that's when Codename Kid Finesse comes out.
Yeah. I love that consistency, man. That's great.
And that's what people care about.
They do, man. I try to do that with the show, but then I just run out of stuff. I'm like, so I'll do consistent. I got nothing for a couple months. But yeah, that's great, man. The more content you put out, plus with YouTube, man, the more content you get, more subscribers. You know, people get used to seeing your stuff. That's really cool, dude. Man, I love all this, man. How do people find you? What's the easiest way? Solomon Banks?
Solomon Banks?
Yeah.
Solo Man Banks. It's like one man army.
Yeah.
You know, solo man space Banks.
So when people are like drunk or stoned, they're gonna like rewind what you just said. They're like Solomon Banks, or maybe me. I don't know.
Well, luckily,
That's good.
You'd think
Or
Solomon
voice
would
command,
be the way.
Solo Man Banks. Yeah.
Solo Man Banks. Hey Siri, can you look up Solo Man Banks?
Solo Man. Yeah.
You can find me on Shazam, Spotify,
Nice.
Apple Music, Pandora, Quora,
Cora.
anything.
Man.
Anything and everything. You can find me on there.
I love it, man. It's feel good stuff. It's I love it. Thank you for being on the show, brother.
Thank you for having me.
Man, it's so cool. Anything else you want to say?
Thank you to everyone who supports me. Thank you to everyone who doesn't support me. You will support me soon. And thank you to everyone, period.
And that's it.